Well, welcome back for another episode of Penny's Hot Riding Custom. Just old Derek again. I did a little bit of work on this engine since last time I made a video, which you can see the flywheels on. It took me a while to get it on. I wasn't going to record it. I was having a heck of a time doing this by myself, so I did it. But all I can say, I'm getting old, and working on the heavy engine just takes a lot out of you. I mean a lot out of you. I've got a really bad hip, got a bad back, got a bad arm, so I got a lot of things that are fighting against me, so. But I did it. That's the main thing. Hey, on this video, I think we're going to try to get it running. I hope. We still got to do some making the rod here for the exhaust and make the rod here for the igniter trip. You can see I got the igniter on, it's all done. But we got to make a push rod for that. I think I gave the other push rod away to another guy. He needed it. And clean this up, clean the threads. I got the original glass put in here and the 3 protectors. We need to, I think I got the other half of the oiler somewhere, I just gotta find it. Fill all these grease caps full of oil. And for right now, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm using the old shim. They're working, but we'll see. I have brass shim coming. I think I got 1/8" shim coming, and then I can put another 10th or whatever, nice brass one. But that's not going to be for another week or two, so it's no big deal to pull off the main caps and re-shim it. I did shim the back one. You can see my crappy job. My crappy job is shimming. I'll clean it up, but I can tell you one thing. I haven't got the valves all hooked up, but the flywheels do bounce back. I gotta get some more oil in this thing, but it's holding compression very good, which I'm quite happy on it. So I guess right now, before I put the cam box on, I'm gonna figure out, I found the oiling guy there, put that on. I cleaned up the grease, packed this full of grease, and that way that will fill the wrist pin, or the wrist cap, with a big end. So, and then we will fill these guys and get that done with, and then I guess we'll put the cam box on. That's the last major part there. And once we get that all on, I need to clean up. I have it. Oh, there's the original coil. Need to clean that up, paint it up, put it on, and clean this. Put the original muffler on right here. Here's the original muffler. And she's starting to come to an end, which I'm kind of happy. It took me a long time to do, so the next engine will be a lot quicker. So, but I think I'll quit rambling on here. I've just given you a little recap what I've done, but I'll stop rambling. We'll start putting some grease in these bearings and that. It's just easier just to work through here without putting the cam box on. Like I say, we gotta time it up. And okay, put some grease in the connection rod and the 2 caps. Alright, spend a bit of time cleaning up the oiler. This is almost like a mechanical grease to keep pressure on it. There's a big spring in here, and that would keep always pushing oil into the back bearing cap. Because oil's your friend, and if this thing gets dry, and I've seen it in many engines, they start to knock and they'll actually hammer this out. You'll see a lot of these engines are broken out back here, and that's to do with running a dry bearing and not paying attention, and there she goes. So I cleaned it up, put some good oil in it, or good grease, and first what we do, this is all tapered fit, pipe plugs, put that on. I can't find my smaller socket, but it's a little overkill. It's only an inch socket system, so you just need just to snug it up a little bit. That's all we need. Don't need a lot. And then screw this guy on. Make sure it's tight, and then you back off your little butterfly here till it gets loose. That's about it. And then when the fly going around, it will always keep tension of grease in there. So this way this guy won't get dry. And it's easy, you can fill it on the side here when I have this all back together. It's easy to access it, so. And the next I'm going to do is just up here, fill up the grease caps, and I don't know, we'll keep going at it, and then I think we'll put the cam box on, so, and then we got to set all that up, so, like I say, we're getting closer to get this thing started, hopefully soon. Well, I spent a little bit of time cleaning up the threads. I just used a little Dremel to clean the threads around here because the paint, and I was able to put the this is just to tell you how much coolant you have in the hopper, and it just shows you how much fluid, and these are the little guard to protect the glass. Now this is all original to this. The gib keys are all locked in good. Don't use a 10-pound hammer and smash gib keys in, because enough how you'll crack your whole flywheel, right? And you don't want that. I knew what gib key came off, so I just tapped them in. They're good. Just a couple taps and you're good. Because they came off the right side when this was put together. Yeah, I got that. And man, this thing got compression. I am quite happy with it already. That's because I have that's how you see if you have spark. And now you can hear the intake valve sucking. It bounces the flywheel, and everything's new on here, so I'm gonna have to tie the table down a little bit better when it's ready to fire it. But I think now I know I gotta paint these someday. I'm not worried about it. That's easy. I think now what I'll do is I'll lock in the lock bolt for the connecting rod, put the cotter pin in, and then I'm going to put the cam box on. And like I say, we're getting closer to get this thing running, so soon. Okay, it's the next day. You can see I got the cam box mounted on. Hold the bulb, happy with that. Made up just an easy dish exhaust rod. That way, because when you hit the cam lobe down there, it opens up your exhaust. Let the gas go out the exhaust system, and then it closes. And okay, I got the governor on. Yeah, I might see if I can take off the cap, and I'll wire up the weights so that way they don't fall out. Just so you guys can see how the weights go back and forth to govern this. But right now I'm just going to leave it like this. And you see, when the governor weight's open, it moves this detent in here. And when this is dot is open, this little detent comes down, stops this, and it holds the exhaust open till the RPM come down, and then the weights go close back up, and then the detent goes up, and then the exhaust is back closed and fires again, and then just goes back and forth, back and forth. And this is your what fires the igniter. We're gonna make a rod up, and it has a little see if I can find it. Oh, yeah. You can see right there, that's what trips off that little half cam lobe, and then it trips it, goes whatever, like that, and then it operates the igniter, makes the spark, and bang. But I'll make up a rod right now, and go from there. Keep on going. They sure got good compression. Oh, this is just like the other ones I built. They're very good compression. So, yeah, I'll go find another piece of steel and we'll make this rod. Okay, I made up a trip rod. I just copied on the other one I have off the other Stickney we have here. Okay, I spent a bit of time adjusting everything here. Pretty close on the adjustment here. Just for some reason, the timing marks were not 100% on this gear. It was off 2 tooth, so doesn't matter. I found it. I found my home space, what I wanted. So that's why I say on some of these old engines, you cannot go by what the markings on them, because this could be another gear off of something else, or another flywheel, who knows. So I always go my own way and try to time it the best I can. So yeah, so now I got this done. I have the rod long enough, because if you got this rod too short, and I've seen this piece will come out, because there's a step here, and if it's too short, this will come back out, and then when you try to fire it, it'll snap it, and you'll break your igniter rocker arm. So that's one thing you gotta watch. I'm not gonna take it apart right now, but because this probably stops right about right here, and if you got a short rod, goes back, that piece pops out, and then when you go to fire it, it'll break it. So just one thing you gotta watch out. Yeah, I just took the compression release out valve right now. That way I could turn the engine around, but you see everything's moving around freely. And then this is what tripped. Well, you heard that. Okay, that's your exhaust. Okay. Now we're coming up to the igniter. You can see this rod starting to move. There, it fired right there. And then that's when it does the revolution. Once it fires, turn that to run, and it gives it a little bit of a different, it sets the timing off a little bit. So I believe when you put it just on to start, we're just starting about top dead center, just around there. And then when you start it, switch it to run, that shoots it to like 25 degrees before top dead center, somewhere around there. So it all depends on how you like your stuff set up. So, but I am actually in the ballpark to fire this thing up now. Oh, maybe I'll put on my gear guard, but I'm actually very close to see if we can make this thing make some noise. Very close. Okay, I'll go set up a coil. I do have the factory coil, but I don't know if it works, but at least I have another coil. I know it works, so I'll hook that up, and I maybe hook up the fuel line. That shouldn't be very hard. Oh, tighten some stuff up, throw a little bit of fuel in it, and see if we can make some noise. Well, I've got everything. I went and put some gas in it. That's doing good. Everything's good. Hooked up the wiring. Good, good, good. But I put a little bit of gas. There's an old freeze crack. You can see gas is sweeping by the crack there. So what I'll do is I'll drain the gasoline again, and I'll take that out. Fix that, because I don't want to have dripping grass all over the place. It drives me nuts. So we're getting close. It's just stupid little things you'll find here and there, and it happens on all engines. So I'll pull that off. I think I have a fit in here. If not, I'll make something. And I got an oiler on it. It dripped good, so what I want. And anyway, I could kick that apart and hopefully she'll fire.
Okay, we're gonna attempt to start this thing. Derek's just dicked around to see if the timing of that was not bad. How I start them, right or wrong, I don't know. You got the factory ticks on here. I don't know how the camera's gonna go. There's 2 ticks generally, 1 start run. We'll try there. Hold that guy open, the fuel pisses out, and you can kind of see it there. Goes on my fingers.
And that's right.
Well, that's right. And then we'll put the coil on. So we got power. On the back here, you have a start and run. All it does is a little pin in here that just holds your timing. Start, run. We'll put it down to start. You have a goofy way to check your spark. I'm not going to the petcock that you're supposed to check the spark. I never do. And we'll see what happens here, like I said. There you go.
More trim.
You can hear it just making a little bit of knocking in the rod, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got to pull a shim. Yeah, there's a little bit of movement. The shim's got to come out. So not a big deal, but it started up. That wasn't bad. The timing's off a smidgen because when we had it on the start and we kicked over to run, it just didn't miss. So something's probably just the length of the rod's off a bit.
Yeah. Well, everything's all start from fresh. So.
Well, that's it. It just needs the fine tuning, but it does start, it does run.
And I never took this thing apart.
Well, that's another issue. I mean, unfortunately, it was kind of mixed between a few of them over the years. This was an original engine. Like I said, the first time we saw this engine was what, 90, 99?
Around there.
About 99. The last time it ran that I know of, I think it was in the 80s was the last time it ran. Because actually where it ran in the Kwanzaa, there was a spark or a black soot where it ran. And that had been in the 80s, I think was the last time it ran. So you could do a will it start video. Are they still popular?
Who knows?
But yeah, we'll dick around. I don't know if we'll fire it up again here, but we'll pull a shim out of it and play around with the timing and get it a little bit better. But yeah, at least it runs. That was the noise we were hearing.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. match the muffler. I'll put on one day. Yeah.
But it's not picking up like it fires. But still, I can't feather it back.
Still an air leak somewhere?
I wonder if it's just leaking a bit.
Where would it be?
Yeah, now it's starting to. But now.
You can change that.
It's wrong hot now.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
so did I. It wants to pick up, but there it goes. Now it's starting.
Yeah.
It's this thing. It's your choke.
Oh, okay.
There, now it's our first one. No, it's in here. Because you gotta, now it's,
What is it on?
right now it's right on hot.
Okay.
But see now it's like, there, that's better.
That sounds better.
Now it's starting to hit. Yeah. Your shoulder goes hot cold.
Out of gas?
I think so, yeah. Actually, not.
Oh, we're burning pretty rich, so.
Because at first I thought it was either that or the
I didn't realize you had this hooked up.
Yeah, I hooked everything.
I didn't realize because you have if you can go on the other side, you have hot and cold on here. It's just your choke because it has just a preheater that goes through here.
Because the one that Kevin and I had before, we had that, but we started making a pattern, so we never worked with it.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly forgot that was in because I said I know Murray's wasn't hooked up either.
Jeez.
You see
Oh,
that
it's not
smoking
bad.
because it wouldn't pick up.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever, it won't kill you.
Oh.
But I started running good at the end, but we ran out of fuel. So
Yeah. What I need to do is tinker around a little bit with it, and I guess put the muffler on it. Put it outside.
yeah, it'd be nice to get it outside and actually run it. It'd be nice to put a load on it,
Yeah.
bed the rings in properly.
Because that's my most problem. I sit there and start these things, and then I leave, and then it seize up, and then they're all screwed up again.
Yeah, and things you don't seat the rings in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's alive.
it runs. First time it's run in a lot of years, probably about 4 decades now.
Be that long?
Probably because I think the last ran, because as I said before, I think it was in the 80s the last ran, because we saw it first time I think in '99, and it didn't. It hadn't ran in years before that.
It had no compression because the sidewall
Yeah,
was...
because the piston pin had let go.
Yeah.
I know they did. I know it did run because there was like soot from where the exhaust went up into the Quonset there, but
Okay.
it was probably since the 80s, maybe even the 70s. I don't know. Like I know Doug and Ed had it running. But it does run. Need some fine tuning on it. The timing's a little bit off still. get this choke dealie figured out on it for the preheater, and
Yeah.
let it all go.
And it always leaks gas here. It's not a problem.
Yeah, no, that's just the inherent. It's a third valve in there. It's Stickney had a third valve, and these in the Harvards, there's technically called like a third valve. There should be a shut off somewhere up here, so that way you can shut the fuel off, but they never put it in.
Okay.
But it'd be nice to have one, even just put a petcock or something in line.
Yeah, because we'd hold trickling in there.
Exactly. And I mean, either this has got to get extended, or this has got to get shortened to make that square.
Yeah, well, I have my new pieces somewhere. They're in here somewhere. But I think we'll call this one a video.
Yeah.
It was a success.
Was this a success?
Yes.
Alright, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Well, we got her running. I still got a bunch more fine tuning to do. Like you heard in the video, you would have heard rattling. It wasn't the connecting rod or anything. I gotta put some bolts in here. I think I'll make up a little gasket in there. I gotta get the timing a little bit better. I'm still off somewhere. I'm within the ballpark, but it's just gotta do some fine tuning in here. Also go through the coil. I have the factory coil for it. Just a little bit of odds and ends to go through. I might play with the different valve springs. I'm not sure. So, but I have to say it's together. And I'm gonna also fix the plumbing. I'm gonna put a shut-off valve in here. Bring this out longer so that way it's straight. Like kind of crooked looking. This one had a free crack, but I just didn't have the right fitting here, so I just taped it up. So I'm gonna put new fitting on it, but that'll be over the when it gets nice outside. Cause the next time run this, I'm gonna have it outside, or either that or warm when we can have the door open, cause it just smokes up in here pretty good. So, but that was actually, for we know, this was the first time it ran in over 40 years. When it did run before, it ran very crappy because the cylinder, well, one of the wrist pin let go and it scored the cylinder out. And I had to bore that out, like I said before, almost an 1/8 inch bigger. So, but I think I'm gonna leave this as some sort of a start video. I can't really do much more on this for right now. I'll tinker around a little bit in the summertime, and I'm gonna belch it up something to really work it in. That way we shoot the pistons in, the valves in. But I think I'll leave it as this, and I've already started working on my next project. Yes, this is a bigger. 2.5 famous cylinders. We're gonna do 3 of them. There's another one over there. But I'll bring you back for another one with that. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might just do the machine work, and I'll just bring you guys back just assembling it. But we'll figure it out. But that's the next video is going to be is 2.5 famous. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.